What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and we're going to be getting into the 2022 Crown Jewel WWE's pay per view event, the results of said pay per view. So let's just get right into it. I want to start off thanking everyone for stopping by. Uh, I hope that you can like and subscribe today. That would mean so much to us here at Tully Television. We just want to grow and expand and entertain everybody. But yes, let's get into the Crown Jewel events. And I initially want to correct a mistake I made in my predictions video. I thought that the Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley match was for the U.S. title. I had forgotten that Seth Rollins had won it due to Brock Lesnar's interference before the match. That's how the story started. Um, my pick, my personal pick was for Bobby Lashley to win, but I chose Brock Lesnar to win, and that's who exactly won. Brock Lesnar won. This match was, I'm gonna give it like a B minus, just for the fact of Bobby Lashley dominated so much throughout the match, and for Brock Lesnar to win the way he did. He was put in the Hurt Locker, a submission move by Bobby Lashley. It's kind of like a standing full Nelson type of thing. And Brock Lesnar was able to push himself back off of the ropes in the turnbuckle and land on top of Bobby Lashley and pin him in that way. And before Bobby Lashley even knew what was going on, the 1, 2, 3 was counted. He got up. Brock Lesnar was still laying on the ground, beaten and battered because Bobby Lashley really brought it to him. So I'm assuming that this is not over with, this rivalry. So I'm assuming that either at War Games or possibly even at the Royal Rumble, that there might be something that comes from that. Um, I'm thinking maybe more the Royal Rumble because that's a bigger pay per view, and Brock Lesnar doesn't really come too often for these little B shows. The Saudi Arabia shows, yes, because that the Bucks. But yeah, Brock Lesnar wins that. Uh, Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Damage Control for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. I chose Alexa Bliss and Asuka to win this, and I was wrong in this one. Damage Control winds up winning the titles back thanks to Nikki Cross and her interference. There was this nice superplex spot um, from the corner that I thought was pretty nifty. But yeah, Damage Control wins this due to Nikki Cross's interference. I'm not quite sure where this is going to go for Bliss and Asuka, but I'm going to make reference to why I think that Damage Control won tonight. Um, last night at the time of this recording. I think that I'm gonna just go right into not the next spot that match that happened on the card, but just to connect it to this match that happened. Bailey and Bianca Belair last woman standing match. Bianca Belair won that. That was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed that match. Um, the tag team title match, I'm just gonna give that like a C plus because it was just an average spot. The Io Sky and Asuka, that was the highlight in the superplex spot. But this match was a bit better. I'm gonna give this a B. Bianca Belair ended up winning and retaining her WWE Raw Women's title. She finally got Bailey inside the two legs of a ladder and then push it to the turnbuckle to where Bailey couldn't get out and get up on her feet on time. So that's how Bianca Belair won. Some good back and forth spots, but I think that with what was going on with Damage Control and Bailey before the show, with Bailey kind of on a losing streak and Damage Control wondering if she was able to lead them, I think that this is going to lead more into Damage Control maybe splitting up, which I don't know why you would do that so early on from them coming out at SummerSlam. Like you're not even giving them a year; you're giving them like 6 months before they break up. And if that's where this storyline is going, I hope not. I just hope that this reinvigorates the crew, the faction, and they continue to be Damage Control. Karrion Cross versus Drew McIntyre, as I stated in my predictions video, this was like a must win for both of them in a way, especially Drew McIntyre. He had lost the last four pay per view matches he was in, so he was taking like a lot of losses. He did win this match. I have to say this was one of the better matches on the show for me. A little bit with the Scarlet with the Mason Drew and the referee was like, oh my god. Yeah, she maced him, so Drew couldn't come out, and Karrion can try to come out. Scarlet is Karrion Cross's, I think, wife in real life too, but on the show, his manager. Um, she kind of was the fault for Drew McIntyre winning though at the end because she locked the door on him. He decided to go over the top of the cage, and by the time she realized what he was doing and was able to unlock the cage, he was already out and Karrion Cross couldn't go through the door in time. So Drew McIntyre wins. Much needed win for Drew McIntyre. I don't know if this is going to put the stamp on this rivalry, and we'll see where Drew McIntyre and Karrion Cross go next outside of this rivalry. Judgment Day versus the OC. Judgment Day did win this again through Rhea Ripley interference, and just like I kind of predicted, Rhea Ripley's going was the um, wild card, the deciding factor in this. And I think that what's going to maybe happen is because they announced War Games in place of Survivor Series, but they might still be a classic Survivor Series match between the OC and Judgment Day when the OC maybe brings in, say, Beth Phoenix or another female superstar to help even the odds. And I think that's when the OC Judgment Day storyline is going to stop, and then they're each going to go their own way. I wonder how long Dominic Mysterio is going to be under the spell of Rhea Ripley, which I find stupid. Just have him be like exactly knowing what he's doing. He's not getting manipulated. He knows what he's doing. I'd rather have it be like that. Like, no, I know what I'm doing. She's not controlling me. I'm actually I'm the one that's kind of leading this, so whatever. Not leading it, but you know what I mean. Kind of be he's more self-aware instead of just having it where it's some lady woman manipulating him. Or an old woman manipulative. Let me stop. um, Again, run of the mill match. Nothing. I mean, I hate saying that with like Finn Balor and Damian Priest and everything, and the Bullet Club and everything in the history with those guys. I mean, definitely like a B, like B plus match. No, nothing bad about the match. Just regular 6-man match. I kind of feel like I knew what was going to go on with this one. Yeah, so like the Karrion Cross Drew McIntyre match, I'll give a B2 to it. It was good for what it was. It was finally good to see Drew take a win. But yeah, again, not the best steel cage match seen in my life. And kind of let's move on from that storyline with Drew, and let's finish up this Judgment Day OC match at Survivor Series. At a match at Survivor Series. Braun Strowman versus Osmosis Jones. I personally picked Osmos. I'm still always confused about his name. I personally picked him to win this match over Braun, but Braun Strowman did win this match. It was a better match than I was really anticipating between the two. We got to see a little bit more personality with Omos, talking some junk throughout the match, which was good to see. So definitely a better match than I was anticipating. Um, for a big man match, definitely up there, one of the better ones I've seen in recent years. So great match there. I just predicted the wrong winner. Um, the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes for the Unified Tag Team titles. Now, I almost was wondering why Sami Zayn wasn't there, and I forgot that he doesn't show up to these Saudi Arabia moments shows because of his Israeli background. Believe he's an Israelite citizen, but whatever the case may be, um, the Jewish people, I believe, are not welcomed so much in Saudi Arabia, and even if they were, the treatment of the Jewish people by the Saudi crown has always been an issue that I'm unfamiliar with of the history and why things are like that. But so that's all I'm going to really say is Sami Zayn doesn't show up to these Saudi events because of some political history behind it. However, moving on from that, the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes was an excellent match. I will definitely give this a B plus, A minus. Usos winning, continuing the historic reign, and they face the New Day this SmackDown. If they win and defend successfully, they will become the longest running tag team in WW history. We went over that. Bray Wyatt, there was a Bray Wyatt segment after the Bailey and Bianca match in which Bray Wyatt was just still kind of basically saying he's trying not to be the same person he was. He allowed himself to be a monster when he didn't want to be, and then started becoming entrenched in being a monster, and he doesn't want to live like that. And then Mr. Howdy, Uncle Howdy, comes on the screen telling him, you're gonna break soon and you're gonna snap and all this stuff. And we kind of just then see Bray sitting there and standing there in the ring, feeling distressed over Uncle Howdy and his predictions of Bray Wyatt snapping. I'm quite interested in seeing how they go about this. Is Uncle Howdy someone else? Is Uncle Howdy Bray Wyatt? We shall soon see. In association with this, we've seen also earlier in the episode, this show, that when Alexa Bliss and Asuka were being interviewed, there's a little Bray Wyatt symbol that showed up on the screen behind Alexa Bliss that distracted her. So I'm not sure where that direction is going. I wonder if Nikki Cross attacking Alexa Bliss has anything to do with Bray Wyatt and not necessarily her joining Damage Control. Um, so nothing too revealing out of this um, segment yet. We go to Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns, the tale of maybe one lucky punch, and this match was unfortunately better than I was expecting from Logan Paul and Roman Reigns. Went about 20 or so minutes. Great match, back and forth. It was fun to see Logan Paul doing some classic wrestling moves. He Shawn Michaels has been training him. I feel like this has worked out better than I thought it could be. Especially considering I don't like him or his brother. But excuse me, I will give him credit for uh, doing the training, taking it seriously. But there was no doubt that the head of the table, Roman Reigns, was going to win this match. He did, and at the end of the episode show, you see all the bloodlines standing there with their titles up, with the number ones up, and that's how it ends. And we will see now the path to War Games, the next pay per view event. But that's all I got for you today, guys. I hope that I was able to help you out with figuring out who won, entertained you. Let me know what you thought of the pay per view. If you thought that maybe the results should have been different, let me know. But until next time, peace.